Hello, Epic Human, and welcome back to the Vision program. We are now officially in Module 3. So if you haven't had a chance to do the other modules, head on over there because they are very important to get you to where you are today. By now, you have done creating your sacred space. This is the space where you're going to go to every day to connect with yourself, with your dreams, to journal, to reflect. This is such an important part of the process and a super important part in remaining consistent in your goals. Then we played with the concepts of all versions of you, this timeline, all your personas and archetypes, and how the shadow and the light are all so important. And that is what makes you you. That is what makes you beautiful. And that is what makes you unstoppable in creating whatever vision you are casting out into the universe. Speaking of which vision you're casting out to the universe, in our last module, we talked about visualization and imagery and how that can impact manifestation, the power of your mind combined with your emotions and inspired actions with divine support and love from your inner wisdom. Boys, oh boys, you are unstoppable and you can do hard things. So I hope that you had fun creating your list of 111 memories. I'm excited to see throughout the year as you experience these memories. If you want to share them with me, please do so and tag me at the Zendiva Cindy because I am so excited to see what you create. And if it can help you stay accountable to your dreams, then hey, let me be your accountability coach. Super happy to do so. Now, today is going to be a fairly quick module as far as the video is concerned, but it is a very important module because you are going to take yourself on a journey. You're going to take yourself on a journey of self-discovery and to really define what it is that you want, to goal set with clarity. At the end of the last chapter, although I know we did the 111 list, but this is where we're starting to play with like bigger goals, or if you wish, like the vision board goals, right? To set these clear, achievable goals that align with your personal and your professional ambitions, to discover like how can we break down these goals into manageable steps. So we're going to talk about how to create your vision board. So selecting images, selecting words, selecting symbols, selecting all the things that really embody, if you wish, or create a visual imprint of who you are becoming. So this can also be, your vision board can be, you can do it just for 1 year if you want, if that feels like your highest excitement, or you can do one that's like a grandiose, like lifetime. I know some people say they have a bucket list, while some people have like a bucket list vision board. And this process, again, of course, we have a little like couple words that just help you anchor it in. We talked about the plan, do, check, and adjust in the last module. And I'll talk about that a lot more too in the next module. But for this one here, when we're creating the vision board or we're getting images ready, you want to define, learn, do. Here's what I mean by that. The first step is define, and that's where the homework for today comes in. And it's a lot of journaling. So just take your time. There's no rush, but definitely take yourself through all of it because you are defining who you are, who you were, and who you wish to become, and why. And why maybe some of the dreams and aspirations you had before, maybe you tuck them away. Are they still important? Did you tuck them away just because of limiting beliefs and fears, or did you tuck them away because they were no longer relevant? It's a time to really define the life you're creating. So the homework of last module was creating the year. Now we're talking about creating the life or the lifestyle or the persona, the you 2.0. Define who that is. And yes, again, there are a lot of journal questions, but they are really profound. The best gift you can give yourself is getting to know you. The one thing that I hear a lot, so I own a healing center and we offer float therapy there. One of the main things I hear from people, they're like, Cindy, you want me to be in a float pod for an hour and a half with just me and my thoughts. I do. And I say, that is so scary. Okay, but if you can't be with your thoughts, you're with your thoughts all day long. The subconscious mind, that is still going on all day long. So if it is scary for you to be with you, you definitely want to get to know you and know why that is scary and to heal that. Because to create future you, to create, you must first bring in, some people call it baggage. I travel carry on. You must bring all of that with you. You must bring all of that with you. You can't leave parts of you behind. You must love being with you. So define is that. And if you don't love being with you, define why that is. The second part, define, learn. Learn. Learn why you don't like yourself. Learn why you do like yourself. Learn if there's something you wanted to do and you tucked it on a shelf, is it something you can learn? Let's say I've always wanted to snowboard. I never have. Can you? Can you learn? Could you take a lesson? Could you hire a coach? Could you learn? I've always wanted to sing in front of an audience. Okay, can you? Well, no, I can't sing. Well, everybody can sing. Everybody can sing. And you're going to say, Cindy, not everybody can sing. Some people are good singers, some people are bad singers. If you ask a voice coach, they'll tell you everyone can be a good singer. They just might not have learned what pitch and tone and breathing. And I took singing lessons, voice lessons. It was amazing. I learned so many things just about pitch and voice, and because I used to do a lot of voiceovers, and it's important. So you can sing. I'd like to run. I'd like to run a marathon, but I don't even own sneakers. Okay. Could you learn? Could you learn? Could you go to a place that sells sneakers? And there's a lot of places that will sell sneakers, and they'll even they'll do your gait assessment. They'll make you walk with different shoes. They'll tell you which ones are best and why. Could you learn? So define the life that you would want, who you want to be. Allow yourself to learn if there's a learning curve. Cindy, I would like to make $10,000 a month. And I've never done that before. Okay. Could you learn? Could you find someone that did that and ask them how they did it? And could you learn? So many things you could learn. But learning isn't always going to give you that. Remember, we talked about the instant dopamine hit? It's not going to give you that instant gratification. Because learning is so challenging because you have to let yourself be bad at something. You have to let yourself be new at something. And that's not super dopamine inducing, because usually when you learn something new, the dopamine usually only hits once you start to see success, see progress. It's like if you go on a weight loss journey, the first couple weeks could be the most excruciating ones, right? You're eating all the kale, you're doing all the exercise, you're getting enough sleep, you're getting enough water, and you're like, oh my gosh, I just want a cookie. This is painful. And then you step on the scale and you're like, I gained a pound. How is this? Well, you didn't gain a pound. That's from before, or that's water weight, or that could be so many things. And what do? Well, if you haven't learned what the process might look like, what the weight loss process might look like, you might get discouraged and you might stop. So define, learn, and do. And then you do the thing. You show up as the thing. So you're going to do your vision board and you're going to show up as that version of you. So perhaps long term, your goal is to run a marathon. So on your vision board, you're going to cut a picture of what that would feel like or what that looks like. A picture that when you look at it, you know, you're like, that is me when I'm running the marathon. So perhaps in your list of 111 things, step 1 is buy sneakers. Step 2 is walk every day for a month. Step 3 is join a Learn to Run program. So your list of 111 things are breaking down. You're taking that vision board and you're breaking it down into actionable steps on your list of 111 things. Now, if you're like, Cindy, you should have told me this before I made the list of 111 things. Well, no. That's the whole plan, do, check, and adjust. If you need to adjust your 111, you can do so. Or if you already had 111 super fun things, and now you want to add more because you're breaking down your goals into more, make your list 222. See? Sometimes when we say, okay, I'm going to make you do a list of 222, you're like, oh my gosh, I can never think of that. And then once we stretch you a little bit more, you can. I had somebody ask, they said, do you think you could lose a pound a week? I'm like, no, I don't think I could lose a pound a week. Why not? Well, I don't know. That's going to be excruciating. That's going to be hard. That's going to be this. That's going to be that. Okay. Do you know what it would take to lose a pound a week? Well, no, I don't even know that. Could you learn? A lot of times it's just our brain already has made up the reasons why we can't do the thing without even doing the thing, without even exploring it further. So before you cut out a bunch of beautiful pictures for your vision board, you are going to really define who you are, who you want to be. Can you learn? And what are the resources that you have that'll allow you to learn? And if you've defined it and you know you can learn it, then you can find a picture for it. And then it's going to have a spot on your vision board. So your vision board is going to be images that really, when you look at them, you're like, yes. And that's where we talk about the emotions behind the vision. So when you look at the vision board, you know, I'm not there yet, but that is who I'm stepping into, and I'm showing up as that version of me. So if there is a picture there, we'll go back to running. If there's a picture on your vision board of running a marathon, when you look at that in the morning when you wake up, you say, how would a marathon runner choose to spend their morning? And they might have a healthy breakfast. They might go for a walk. They might go for a run. You get to show up as that version of you. So the vision board is so important that it is something that you can look at and say, that is who I am stepping into every day and in every way. I find it helpful if there's images of people that is just the back of their head, or like that you don't see their face, because sometimes when you see their face, it just becomes someone else, right? That's someone else's dream, or it's just a dream that's like somewhere over there. So make the images really speak to you. So you don't need 100 images, like you don't need a lot. The quality of the image is what's really important. And again, keep in mind, you can adjust. That could be your initial plan, and then you're going to adjust it accordingly. I looked at a vision board that I did 2 years ago, and it was so beautiful. I did a really nice vision board, and I put it in a frame, and I loved it. And it really helped me step into healing from my burnout into where I am today. And then when I look at it now, I'm like, oh, there's a ring on there that I don't even really like the ring. There's a few things on there that I'm like, that's so not who I am anymore. But I love the vision board. So I didn't take it all down because it still evokes a certain feeling. But when I look at it, I'm like, okay, it's teaching me evolution. Like I'm allowed to change my mind. So I left the images, but the images now mean something else. But if somebody were to walk into my house, they'd be like, oh, is that the ring you want someday? Oh, is that the vacation you want to go on someday? And I'd be like, actually, no, I want this instead. But so the image to me means something different than if somebody else were to come in and look at the image. So allow that to be okay too. And the fun part about that is if you put it in a place where people can see it and people can ask questions about it, when you're going to explain it to them, again, what are you doing? You're reinforcing that thought. You're reinforcing those dreams and those beliefs. So it's super fun. It's super helpful into you like having these words and images and symbols. So you can have words on your vision board. Words are super helpful because if a word, your cognitive mind has to read it. So your cognitive mind like, oh, that means strength, or oh, that means whatever, or I can do hard things. So if you have a little mantra, a little word, I used to do like a mantra in the middle, like a little mantra or a word of the year. If you do a word of the year in the middle and then put all pictures around it. So as you're done the self-discovery questions, once you're done the self-discovery questions and the journal prompts, you're going to start playing with images. There are many, many, many different ways you can do a vision board. You can do a video vision board. Video vision board is where you would just take little B-roll videos of many different things that inspire you, maybe add a song to invoke emotion, right? Because songs do invoke emotions. So add a song, and then that little video, you can watch it, let's say every day you watch it. So try not to make it longer than 3 to 5 minutes, because longer than that, you might not be excited to watch it every day because you might not have time. So a small video just to the life you're creating. I did this one for relationships a few years ago, and suddenly I'm in a relationship. What a concept, right? But the videos really help because they give a visual and they bring emotions. You can do pictures. And like I said, I had one in a picture frame that I hung up on the wall and I looked at every day. You can have, I've done before like a coffee table journal, coffee table, like a scrapbook. So you can get like a little scrapbook and you scrapbook your images and then it's different pages. So it's like a coffee table book. You can do an audio. You can record yourself saying, I am living my best life. I am living on the beaches of New Brunswick and I've opened a health and wellness spa. Like you can just narrate your life as if you were like um, Morgan Freeman narrating your life, right? Hello, and here I am living my best life. There are so many ways you can do a vision board. You can do a backdrop on your, or a, like a background on your computer screen, on your phone lock screen. You can, like the sky's not even the limit. And I say that now because I used to be a flight attendant. So like I've learned that the sky is not even the limit because you can actually go in the sky and above the clouds. So play with images, play with songs, play with words. Once you've really defined who you're becoming, cultivate a bunch of things that represent that. It can even be, it can even go as far as, yes, I will go here. But once again, like I said, I have a whole program about this, the art of creating a luxury home. It can even be changing your wardrobe. You might be like, the person that I am becoming, this is not their style. Or maybe you have, maybe right now your style, like you only wear black all the time. All you wear is black because it's easier. It's easier on your brain. So maybe you're like, I want color. I'm going to buy a bright pink. I'm just going to revamp my closet. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you're like, you know what? Getting dressed in the morning, this is a powerful process. I did this for a few years. Getting dressed in the morning was so exhausting because I was always having to reprogram my mental body. My mental body had a lot of negative self-talk about my body, about clothes. So I cleaned out my closet, and the only thing left in my closet were things that no matter what, if I put it on, I feel good. So I wouldn't even have to look in the mirror if I didn't want to, because I knew whatever I had fit and it fit right. And I was comfortable during the day. So I didn't have to, when you're wearing a shirt and you have to like pull on it and do this and that. That's really annoying, isn't it? Because you're like trying to hide something, or you're trying to like just get rid of it, donate it, or at least put it in a bin and tuck it away somewhere in storage. But I wore all black for that same reason, because just the mental exhaustion from having to color coordinate outfits or pick something. So I was like, you know what? I am wearing comfortable clothes that are all black. And it served me really well. And some really successful people do that as well. Like they'll only have like jeans and a blue shirt, or they'll only have like black dresses and a blazer, or whatever it may be. So whatever it is for you, you can even take it as far as that. Am I the type of person who, I don't know, if you eat only healthy foods, maybe it's time to clean out the pantry. So there are so many things you can do with this, but for now, for this program, because again, not to overwhelm you, we are going to stick to the vision board, the visual and the active imagination of it. Okay. If you close your eyes and you're like, Cindy, when I close my eyes, I see nothing. There are actually, I've learned in one of my programs that there are actually quite a few people that they cannot imagine things. They cannot visualize things. That's okay. That means you're going to want the visual pictures, videos, things. So if you close your eyes and you can't imagine, then the audio and the physical eyes will be very important for you. If you're someone who closes your eyes and you can really imagine just by listening to a certain song, maybe you have a song of the year, and that every morning you play that song, and when you play that song, your imagination takes you into your happy place and into your visualization. So play, play, play is the key word here. So you're going to have your vision. You're going to get crystal clear on defining who you are, learning if you need to, or at least gathering resources of where you would have to learn. And then eventually, by the end of this program, you will be in the doing phase, which is also, you'll notice there's plan, do, check, and adjust, define, learn, do. I realize there's 2 do's there because they kind of overlap. Because once you start doing, you want to check and then you want to adjust if it's not working. So I'm wishing you a super fun journey with yourself. And with this, there will also be guided meditation. So if taking yourself through the journaling process feels like a lot, it feels heavy, it feels overwhelming, we'll just do some breathing exercises that'll be available to you as well. But again, you don't have to finish the entire exercise in one sitting. That's not the point. The point is to really get to know you. And you can also still start to play with images. Like you don't have to finish the entire journaling before you start to look at images, because by now your creative juices are flowing and you've already got an idea. So as you're taking yourself through the journaling, start playing with songs and exercises, you may have already picked a word for the year. And if you haven't, you'd be like, what's a word of the year? A word of the year is just a word, instead of overwhelming yourself with big resolutions, just having a word to be your focus, to be your mantra. Sometimes people even have like a little mantra. I can do hard things is one. The better it gets, the better it gets is another one. I am happy, whole, and complete just as I am is another one. You can just have something that will let your brain focus on when you become overwhelmed. That's the whole point of all of this: visions, mantras, words, vision boards, all of this. The whole point is to bring you back in alignment with your four bodies. Taking a deep breath, physical. Mind says the mantra or looks at the thing. So mind stops chattering and is fully engaged in the vision. Emotions are brought to the surface. This feels really good. I'm so excited for this. And then goddess energy, spirit guides are like, yes, we're doing this. It is already done. And that's what they mean in the law of attraction when they say act as if it's already done. Is you show up as that version of you. And that version of you is unstoppable. They're not always happy. They're not always high vibe, but they are unstoppable. You are unstoppable. I'm excited to see what you discover when you define who you 2.0 is. Welcome to the fun. Have fun.